The 2001 model year Nissan March, newly imported into the country, but the customer complaint is low power. I've test driven the vehicle. I've just parked here in the workshop. I'm at SSK Motor Garage. But I didn't feel any low power issues. I think it has a one liter engine. I felt it was good enough, but the customer complains that it's he thinks it has low power. Anyway, I'm going ahead to have a look using one of the new scan tools we've got at the workshop. It's actually been here for the past few months. We still have a old Autoboss. It's actually in the field right now. Someone is using it in the field, but I decided to use this one for now. I'm already running the engine even before I look for any codes, because for some reason this tool has to be powered by the cigarette lighter socket, as you can see via up here. However, if I were to start my diagnosis and then decided to crank it, it may blink out and cause me to have to restart. Basically, it may waste a bit of my time. So I decided to run the engine right away. I want to go into the engine control module. I'm sorry if there is any glare. I can't do any better than this. The whole garage is, as you can see, it's full up. We are parked. Even some of the vehicles are actually parked outside. So I want to go into the engine. Once again, I apologize for any glare. That's as good a shot as you're going to get with this, and I don't have my tripod, so the video is obviously going to be a bit shaky, especially because the engine is already running and I'm using I'm holding my my phone. So I'm waiting for the read trouble codes first. Say system normal, basically that means no codes. Go back. I want to look at some data, especially the fuel trims and the timing advance. Selection from menu, I think that should give me. Okay, I want to look at mass airflow, crankshaft position sensor, O2 sensor. Okay, maybe the TPS as well. That too. Ejector pulse maybe. Ignition timing, yes. I want to see that, and yes, this is the fuel trims, I think. And what else? Maybe that common mode, I think. That's funny, I don't see any data for the crankshaft position sensor data. Obviously the crankshaft position sensor is working, otherwise the engine wouldn't be running. Mass airflow, let me turn the air conditioning off. Yeah, that's not very far from where it should be. Ideally it should be very near no, that's voltage, not grams per second. I'll leave that for now. I'll come back to it. Oxygen sensor, yeah, it seems to be cycling up and down. Yeah, it's cycling up and down. Throttle position sensor 0.5 volts. Closed throttle position on, yes. So if I rev the engine, yeah, it goes off. Injector pulse changes accordingly. Ignition timing 10 degrees before top dead center. Now I'm going to stop at that. And what is it? Okay, sorry about that. Someone needed the trunk opened. And I'm going to increase the RPM. I don't know if you can hear it. I can see the ignition timing is being the computer is playing with it like it should. Yeah, it should retard it at high RPMs. I'm releasing the throttle slowly now, so it should come back down. Yeah, that looked normal though. Somewhere above 2000 RPM, I see it going very, very close to back to zero. See, when it reaches 40, it goes back to zero, and then 4, 5, blah, 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 blah. You see that? I don't know if you notice that on this line here. No, this one. Fuel trim seems to be fine. The steering wheel is shaking a bit, so you may see the machine shaking a bit as well. Yeah, fuel trim seems to be very near 100%. Okay, even at high RPMs, it doesn't drift very far away from that. I'm going to repeat this test with the engine loaded. So I'm going to power brake it. I'm just checking that I don't have any vehicle behind me, just in case this vehicle was to move suddenly. So I'm watching both the ignition timing advance and retardation and the fuel trims as I do this. I don't really see anything wrong with the fuel trims. Okay, it just went rich. Yeah, but that's because I've just taken the foot off the gas pedal. It should go pretty soon. It should go back to 100. Yeah, and it has. It went lean now. I should swing back to very near 100. Takes a while though to do that. to stabilize. But I see even the oxygen sensor up here is doing its thing, still cycling. I'm going to watch it again as I power brake. Yeah, oxygen sensor also works fine. So really, I don't have any fault codes. I can't find anything wrong with this vehicle, at least in the engine control module. I can't see anything off. I'm going to go back to okay, suddenly I see data for crankshaft position sensor in the, when I go to the data stream for the main signals. So that's all good. Sometimes jobs like these are really tricky, where the customer is adamant, but you can't repeat or you can't witness the complaint he's talking about. So it becomes really difficult for you to. Sorry, I have to turn the air conditioning back on because it's getting hot in here, and I don't want to open the windows just yet, because we are not very far from a main road and there is a bit of noise and you may not hear me that well. So I want to go into what happened there? I wanted to go into, I went so far back. I wanted to get into the transmission control. So this is Nissan March. No, March. No. Exit that. One down. This is a Nissan March, and it's a K11 chassis. Manual selection. It's an automatic gearbox. I want to see if I can find the transmission control module here. I drove this vehicle and I swear, for a 1-liter engine, this thing it has no power issues, but the customer is. Anyway, he told me he's I'm into the, I don't know what that means, but I think it means it's all good, no codes. So I'm going to go and monitor the data. Main signals. I just want to be sure it's not in fail-safe mode. I think it's not. I drove this vehicle, and if he didn't tell me it had low power issues, according to him, I wouldn't even think about it when I drove it, because yeah, I was saying, he explained to me he had a vehicle similar to this one years ago when he lived in Europe, and I think that one was a manual transmission. He was in the UK, which is, I know, I lived in the UK for 5 years, so I know most of the vehicles there have manual transmission. So he probably had one that had manual transmission, and he was always happy with it. It kept up with London traffic or city traffic. I think he was in Leeds most of the time, yeah. So it could keep up with the traffic on the motorways and the city and all that. So that's why he bought this one. But it's automatic transmission. let me see what I can get out of here. I want to see which gear it is in now. I want it to show me gear. Okay, it's in gear. It should start in gear 1. I'm in R. If I go into D, I'm in D now. I think I should go on a test drive with it. Problem is, it's so tricky to do that. If I'm alone, I would not be able to show this to you, that it is cycling through all the gears properly. So let me get someone to drive me, and then I'll focus on the on the scan tool. Eh? Okay, tulina akasozi kaffe kali. Gye tuba tugendera ddala. Yes, so kamala okuyisaawo kebe eno oleme jjigira. Okay. Tuyite eyo eno otiddeyo.
We. Kale yangu.
Nti eri otiddeyo ku main. So the image is still a bit shaky, but when we get on smoother road, because we are still on Maram, when we get on the tarmac, you get a better image. But the idea is to check that the transmission cycled through all the gears properly, especially it should start in number 1, so that way I'll be sure it's not in fail-safe mode. And 2, we have a special incline, very, very steep, where we usually test any vehicle for power, especially in cases like this where the customer is adamant and we can't, on the road we can't straight away tell if it's really low power. Kana akantu ka 1 liter gwe bw'okavuga mu butuufu owulira tekalina maanyi. Yagamba nti tekalina maanyi saawa yonna general tekalina buzibu kutandika na biki. Problem si ya nti hard start oba ki, no, it's a normal vehicle. Kick down. Bekola ki?
Omuliro olinnya mutini nga gegenda. Singa talina maanyi mugwandiwadde mungi naye nga yete mungi.
Tugende ku kasozi kali ke kajja otubuulira ekituufu. Actually, you can see here it is now in gear 2. So that's all good. Bw'oba tolina akugoba mabega osobola okuyimirira ne tuddayo mu. Naye ekyo tujja kikolera eri ku main. Atugenda wali ku golide. Yes, in gear 3 now. Even Musa agrees with me, this vehicle drives just fine. Nothing for me to do here except sit and watch. Still in that gear. We are slowing down, so it might go into second gear. We are slowing down as we approach a junction. normal strips and a hump. We are not going to go very fast just yet because we have another turn to make, then we have a roundabout to go through, then we may have a bit of straight road, but then it will be a short distance down the hill, then into a valley, then up, depending on traffic. We're going to quit out. Wali akasozi akalala akamanyi eno kasengane kali ake gyetwakiriranga. Okay. We're back on the Maram, so that's a bit rough. Yeah, now it's not, right now it's not a video, it's not a repair video, it is turning into a joyride kind of video, but hopefully you enjoy it. If you are lucky and I don't edit it out when I'm editing the video, I don't know what you think of it. Katwana tugenda kwambuka tukyagenda sei oba tugenda wali akasozi kenkana kali tugende otulaba kali baba nga kali kasozi hey kano kenkana kali
kali kukatandikirawo era kagulapo kali mu bbali munda.
Okay. So Musa says this is as good a hill as we are going to get for what we need to do. I was thinking of another place, but he says this one is better. One big stomach. The other one is a bit rough. It's on the Maram stretch. Actually, I didn't know this. I didn't know there was a shortcut here. Inekuba teriguka wali entinda waggulu ng'agenda ku Unebu.
Ligwamu wali ku Junction. Kiri kidawo ne kyambo guno wali.
Okay. Yeah, now going to do kati ali kakole kick down tulabe owulira oba AC on ukamazeeyo kalina amaanyi tekalina oba kali awo wekati wekati no naye kyeŋŋamba bw'olinnya n'omalayo anti kati wano kati ate akasozi kaweddeyo anti era tekanavaako mu nnamba emu. Tugende ku quality. Kati wano, what would you say about kyowulidde? Singa obadde okivuga normally ng'ovuga bibyo, would you complain?
Wema nvuga normally ekisobola okulinnya buli kimu kyenjagala ekikola
ng'eri normal.
Katuddeyo wali olabe wabanje mvuga nga sirinnya lusozi kuba teri motoka gy'olinya take down eze bweti
nga bw'ebanga already eri mu nnamba emu ate teyi take down gy'esobola kukola so
naawo kuba take down egikola ng'ezza giya eno ne giya esobola naye kati awo inanna giya zero katuddeyo agenda givuga normally kale tovuga.
Okay, we are going back. Ono simanyi tamanyi gy'alaga ate mu junction wakati abantu bavuga batya in the middle of the corner she stopped and then decided to reverse in the middle of a turn. You have some really fake drivers. It's a middle-aged lady with so many kids in the back and front. And she even had some kids sat in the front seat. Please, Ugandans, stop putting kids in the front seat of the car, especially if it has airbags. Buckled or not, it's not. You shouldn't put any kid under 12 years old, because an airbag, if you had an accident, that airbag exploding could kill them. And a lot of, I don't know whether you guys read owner manuals when you buy these vehicles, but I see a lot of people driving around like that lady we just passed, 2 kids in the front seat, not buckled down, and the vehicle has airbags. So we are going up this hill normally. It's in gear 2 and it still feels fine. Just gone back into gear 1. So it responded to kick down. So muleka walumulesena agenda naye tugende. Akyali mu mboozi. Yeah, sorry about, I don't know what, sometimes I'm looking out of the window watching for traffic and other things, and then jabbering this and that, so my focus on the camera is not that great, so I apologize for that. What you're seeing on the screen, sometimes I'm not so focused on it because I am working at the same time as I have to hold the camera and my eyes are somewhere else. Now we are going to go onto a bit more open road and check for transmission, but most of the things, we went twice, we went over very steep hills and he thinks just fine. Gigi. Okay, that was loose. My bad. Oli guy yazze n'angamba oba yaani yabadde aba ateekamu endabirwamu mu mmotoka ebadde awo n'angamba gulawo nteekemu olupiira ninga sibitegedde nze naye mugulidde bugulizi bune n'ateekamu n'aggalawo naye bannajja okulumubuuza n'amugamba luli mu mmotoka omwo alutadde ku yingini bw'ati n'aggalawo bonero. Emmotoka ebadde etokota nga naye ajjukira ate talina kyaŋŋambye nze azze n'aŋŋamba bugambi gulawo sibitegedde naye ndowooza oba ayagala kebere oba waliwo ekiruuzi oba sinna kyesaanywezezza ayagala kunnyambako nezigulawo n'asuulamu olukoba ng'emmotoka etokota. We are in second gear. Actually, okujongera okugiloadinga, I'm going to turn on the rear window heaters, air conditioning on. N'amataala gateekemu tugiloadingire ddala, engine tugiloadingire ddala. Second gear now. Tunafuna wali straight. Tunafuna weteeramu nnya. Ndaba already waliwo kajja. Yeah, it's number 1 now. ogiwulidde ng'egiteekamu. Waliyo jjamu oba tuddeyo eri, tetugenda kufuna kye twagala. Tugende ku Northern. Side kyetabeerako jjamu ye bweyogerere oba eya. Okay. So that's gear 2 now. Three, as we enter the roundabout, should go 1 gear down, it's still in third, second now. Could I kick down to Lavi? Yeah, that's number 1, 2. We are doing 60 kilometers an hour, which is 34 miles an hour. You can check the RPMs. We are pushing 75 now, and it's climbing this hill rather well for a 1-liter engine. Into third gear now. Bw'obanga ajjako ekigere yalibadde egenda mu 4. Nati terina 5 koma mu 4, so it's in 4th gear now. Kano ka engine aka 1 liter tebayinza kawa 5 speed. So it's cycled through all the gears fine. So honestly, I can't find a fault with this. When we are coming back, we are going to accelerate a little bit slower because that will get the engine, the transmission computer to go through the gears a bit faster. When you put your foot all the way down and that's kick down, it goes through the gears slower. You saw it. It was in 2nd gear for a long time, and that's 3rd gear now. Banga jake chigere ogirinnye nnyo ewaawo okujja mu gear because ebe kyagala ku accelerating, ebe manyi yagala ku accelerating. Yeah, so katuvuge normally. But eyingidde namba 4. Imagine when bw'ojjako ekigere, that's when it goes into 4th gear. Ate nga wali obadde ogirinnye ng'egandde mu 3rd gear kubanga erina speed gyeyagala etuuke nga 9 something. Yeah. So now it is in 4th gear. Niya kyamuse tulina we tuweetera wano oba tebikkirizibwa. Hey. Balukoze side eno. Kale tuddeyo. This time when we are going, we shall accelerate somewhat slower. So we are in 1st gear, 2nd gear. So let us just, never otagenda mpola nnyo, just drive normal kati. Should go into 3rd gear. This is in 3rd gear now. Pretty soon it should go into 4th. It has gone into 4th. I think you can see it. Ndozo kiraba bw'otalinnyako nnyo, when you are driving normally, it goes through the gears faster. Kati, since we on the road, tugenderedera kasozi kali. Yeah, I may not film that part because that will make the video too long. When we get there, I may shoot that part, but how we get there, I don't think I'm going to do that because it may take us a while and make the video longer. It's already too long as it is because we've been driving around and I wasn't focusing on the scan tool very well because I'm looking out of the window. So as far as I can conclude, this thing doesn't have issues, not any that we can claim to try to troubleshoot, none that we can find. I can't even begin taking things off the vehicle, testing. I can't think of what to test next. Maybe one last thing we can check is exhaust back pressure. But even then, if exhaust back pressure is a problem, you feel it when you're driving. But this vehicle seems to be driving fine. Unfortunately for this customer, I can't claim to have found anything being an issue with this vehicle, so I'm going to leave it at that. So this is that other incline that I was talking about, that where we usually test low-powered vehicles. Now things have changed a bit. The road has been dug up a bit. I think we've just gone through a rain season and it's not the road is, the surfacing is so bad, so the rain has, created gullies out of it and it's a bit slippery. But air conditioning is on all the way. I've turned on the rear window heating, headlamps on, full beam. So this should simulate, as I climb this very steep hill, this should simulate the very, very high load on the engine. But that is me just playing with the throttle a little bit, just gingerly, giving it a bit of gas, and it's going up no problem, very, very gingerly. I can't go very fast because the road is very rough and it's probably even slippery. I've loaded the vehicle as hard as I can. I've loaded the engine as hard as I can, and this is not even I'm not even pushing the throttle down even halfway. I don't even have to do it, and the vehicle has no issues going up this hill. It had better be, I think it's something else. There's something I don't know how to say it. This is as far as I can go. I can't find a problem. I can't reproduce it. I can't convince myself that I've reproduced it, so I can't say I'm going to troubleshoot it. The last thing I'm going to do when I get back to SSK is to have a look at the plugs, and that will be that.